When 32-year-old Marcus Thompson confessed to me over the phone, there was regret in his voice. I created accounts with 500,000 followers and made millions, but none of it was real, he said. Those luxury lifestyle photos you see on Instagram, that perfect body, those amazing vacations, it was all a digital deception. And the money he made from this deception is truly shocking. The story I'm going to tell you today isn't just a fraud case. This is the behind-the-scenes look at one of the modern world's biggest deceptions. A story that will make you question how real everything you see on social media actually is. I'm David Martinez, and today we're exposing one of the digital age's darkest secrets. Because what Marcus Thompson told me reveals a truth that affects millions of people's daily lives. Nothing you see might be real. 3 weeks ago, a message dropped into my email inbox that was extraordinary. The sender, Marcus Thompson, described himself as a digital marketing specialist, but what he wrote in his message shocked me. Dear Mr. Martinez, I've been following your reports on social media fraud. I was also involved in this business, and now I want to stop. What I'm going to tell you will surprise you. At first I thought it was spam, but the details he provided in the continuation of the message were very specific and technical. This person was really involved in this business. When we talked on the phone, Marcus's voice was trembling. I've been doing this for 5 years, he said. At first it was small jobs, but then it became a big industry. My conscience is no longer at ease. What kind of work were you doing? I asked. All kinds. Fake influencer accounts, fake product reviews, fake followers, fake likes. We even created fake people. Completely imaginary people, but they had millions of real followers. When I heard this sentence, I realized that Marcus's story was just the tip of the iceberg of a much bigger truth. When I met Marcus face to face, the person who appeared before me was nothing like I expected. A medium height, ordinary-looking young man with a constant desire to escape in his eyes. But what he showed me on his laptop was incredible. Look at this account, he said, pointing to the screen. Sophia Fitness Goddess. She has 850,000 followers. Monthly income is... On the screen was a woman with a perfect body and a smiling face. Yoga poses, protein shakes, motivational quotes. Is this person real? I asked. Marcus shook his head with a bitter smile. No, there's no one named Sophia. I created this account. I got the photos from stock photo sites. Some I generated with AI. I wrote her story, designed her personality. I even created her voice with artificial intelligence. I was shocked. So how did she get so many followers? I bought the first 100,000 followers from bot accounts. Then the algorithm kicked in. Fake accounts started attracting real people. Now only 20% of her followers are bots. The rest are real people. Real people are following a fake person? Yes. And they're giving her money too. Fitness programs, nutrition plans, personal coaching. I said she makes $45,000 a month. That's real money. Real money from real people. At this point, I was beginning to understand the dire dimensions of the story. Marcus explained to me step by step the process of creating a fake influencer. This wasn't just posting a few photos, it was a complete personality creation operation. First, you determine the target audience, he said. For example, women aged 25-35 who are interested in fitness. Then you research what this audience wants. How do you research? Data analysis. What type of content gets more likes? Which hashtags are trending? What hours they're active? You analyze everything. Then you create the character. Sophia, for example, is 28 years old, lives in Miami, yoga instructor, vegan, single but looking for love, has a cat, a complete story. What about the photos? That's the easiest part. There are thousands of model photos on stock photo sites. Or you create faces with AI. It's so advanced now that you can't tell which ones are real and which ones are fake. Marcus showed me an AI program. It was creating faces that had never existed but looked photorealistic in seconds. These people never lived, he said. But on social media they outnumber us. So how much money do you make from this business? I asked. As Marcus counted the numbers, the regret in his eyes increased even more. A good fake account can make $10,000 to $50,000 a month. I was managing 25 accounts at the same time. So how much per month? In my best periods, it went up to 8. When I heard this number, I gasped. 800. Yes. Of course I didn't take it all. I had a team, graphic designers, content writers, social media specialists, a complete company. How many people do this job? Thousands. This is now a global industry. There are big farms in India, the Philippines, Eastern Europe. There are thousands of fake accounts are produced daily. Marcus showed me a world map. There were marked points on it. Red dots are fake account production centers. Blue dots are target markets. Do you see? It's a completely organized system. So what happens to people who buy products from these fake accounts? I asked. Marcus's face darkened. That's the worst part. People really pay money. They buy fitness programs, order nutrition products, purchase online coaching services. Are these products real? Some yes, some no. Most of the time we would package free programs we found elsewhere and sell them. Or very cheap products at high prices. Do people complain? Of course, but their complaints are very scattered. When an account gets exposed, we close it and open a new one. Legal tracking is very difficult because most accounts are managed from abroad. Marcus showed me examples from customer complaints. People asking for their money back. People saying the products they bought didn't work. Victims who realized they were deceived. The worst part, he said, is that people don't just lose money. They lose their self-confidence. They ask, why can't I succeed? When the person they're following doesn't even exist. Are social media platforms aware of this situation? I asked. Marcus laughed, but there was no joy in it. Of course they're aware, but they're also making money from this system. How? Ad revenue. Fake accounts also buy ads, use boosts. The platform doesn't care where the money comes from. Don't they take any measures? They pretend to. From time to time they close fake accounts but new ones open immediately. The system itself is based on fake accounts. Marcus showed me a statistic. 20% of accounts on Instagram are fake. On Twitter this rate is 15%. On TikTok it's even higher. How can people remain unaware of this? Because fake accounts are now so advanced that they really can't be distinguished. Daily stories, live broadcasts, interaction with followers. We do everything. How has your business changed recently? I asked. Artificial intelligence has changed everything, Marcus said. Now we can make not only photos but also videos. Thanks to deep fake technology, our fake people can talk, do live broadcasts. I was shocked at what I heard. So even the live broadcasts we see on Instagram can be fake. Absolutely. There are real-time deep fake applications. One person is talking but someone completely different appears on screen. There's also voice cloning technology. With a 5-minute voice recording you can imitate that person's voice. Marcus showed me a demo. He opened a program on his laptop, pressed a few keys, and a woman I'd never seen but looked very realistic appeared on screen. Does this person exist? No. She was just created in real time. But if you want, I can open an Instagram account for this person in 10 minutes, share stories, talk to followers. The point technology had reached was terrifying. How can you deceive people so easily? I asked. Marcus's answer was thought-provoking. Because people want to be deceived. They like seeing perfect lives on social media. They want to believe they can reach that life. But this isn't ethical. I know, that's why I'm quitting. But the system is so big that my quitting won't change anything. Marcus told me how they targeted people. We find people with motivation gaps. People who want to lose weight but can't. who want to make money but can't find the way, who are looking for relationships but can't find them. We identify these people's pain points and present ourselves as the solution. How do you identify them? Data analysis. What people search for, what hashtags they use, what hours they're active. Everything is on record. Are big brands aware of this situation? I asked. Most aren't. They only see the numbers. Account with 500,000 followers, high engagement, good demographics. They pay money and make sponsorship deals. What happens when they realize it's fake? They rarely realize. We also work very carefully. Our fake accounts can have higher engagement than real accounts. Marcus showed me the money big brands paid to fake influencers. The numbers were astronomical. This isn't just small-scale fraud, he said. This is now a global industry, a market with billions of dollars turning over. Why did you decide to quit now? Marcus was silent for a long time. Then he answered, "One of our customers committed suicide." This sentence deeply shook me. How? A 25-year-old girl. She had bought a program from our fitness account. She followed it for 6 months, spent money, but of course got no results, because the programs weren't real. Then she wrote to us, asking, "Why can't I succeed?" We gave standard motivational answers. Then, after a while, she committed suicide. Her family examined her social media accounts, saw her correspondence with us. They realized that their daughter had only been talking to us lately, that she trusted us, that she blamed herself for her failure. Marcus's eyes filled with tears. That day I realized I wasn't just stealing money. I was stealing people's lives. What are you planning to do now? I asked. I'm going to reveal everything. Which accounts are fake, which brands were deceived, which platforms turn a blind eye. All of it. Aren't you putting yourself in danger? Yes, but I don't care anymore. Someone has to make sacrifices to stop this system. Marcus showed me terabytes of data. Lists of fake accounts, addresses of bot farms, names of deceived brands, agreements made with platform managers. These documents will shake the social media industry, he said. But I have to do this. After Marcus's statements, I reached out to major social media platforms. I wanted to get official responses. The response from Instagram was technical and cold. We constantly fight against fake accounts on our platform. Our advanced algorithms detect fake activities. TikTok made a similar statement. User safety is our priority. Fake accounts are immediately closed when detected. Facebook gave a more detailed response. We spend billions of dollars annually to fight fake accounts. Our artificial intelligence systems are constantly improving. But the documents Marcus provided contradicted these statements. The platforms knew about the existence of fake accounts, but were reluctant to close them because they benefited economically from them. After I published Marcus's statements, hundreds of messages started coming in. People were telling their own stories, explaining how they were deceived. 26-year-old Emma had written, "I followed a fitness account for 2 years. I bought programs every month. I spent a total of $5,000. Now I'm learning that person never existed." 35-year-old John said, "I was following someone I thought was a crypto expert. I invested according to his advice, lost $50,000. Turns out he was fake too." Every story told the same pain. Trust, disappointment, financial loss, and most importantly, loss of self-confidence. Marcus's revelations caused a big stir. The prosecutor's office launched an investigation. The cybercrime unit got involved. Lawyer Sarah Johnson explained the situation. This isn't just fraud, it's organized criminal activity. It has an international dimension. There are hundreds of millions of dollars in damages. What will the penalties be? I asked. Fraud, forging fake documents, establishing an organized crime organization. The penalty for these crimes can go up to 20. But the real problem was the international dimension. The people managing fake accounts were in different countries, money in various accounts, technical infrastructure in other places. After this scandal, the responsibility of tech companies began to be discussed. Expert Dr. Lisa Chen evaluated the issue as follows. Social media platforms know about the existence of fake accounts, but they also make money from them. This creates a conflict of interest. What could be the solution? Strict regulation is needed. Platforms should have an obligation to detect fake accounts. They should pay penalties for every fake account they don't detect. The European Union had started taking steps in this direction. With the Digital Services Act, more responsibility was being placed on platforms. Fighting fake content was becoming mandatory. The most frightening part of Marcus's revelations was about the future. What you're seeing now is nothing. In 2-3 years, fake content will be so realistic that no one will be able to distinguish it. How? Artificial intelligence is developing. Now it can imitate a complete person. Voice, facial expressions, movements, even thinking style. In the future, fake versions can be created for everyone. This was a truly frightening future. A world where people had their own fake versions, where real and fake couldn't be distinguished. How can people protect themselves? I asked Marcus. They'll be skeptical. They'll question everything they see. They'll be especially careful in any situation where money is requested. Digital security expert Robert Wilson made these recommendations. Don't blindly trust any influencer. Research whether the person is real before giving money. Be suspicious of accounts that look too perfect. Check reviews and comments. Use reverse image search. But the most important recommendation was remember that most of what you see on social media can be fake. Marcus Thompson's confessions don't just expose an individual accusation, they reveal one of the biggest problems of our digital age. Social media platforms have blurred the line between real and fake. Today, millions of people follow fake accounts, give money to fake people, admire fake lives. And this situation creates not only financial damage but also psychological damage. Marcus's story teaches us this. Nothing in the digital world is as it seems. We should question everything we see, think critically, learn not to trust blindly. Social media companies should take more responsibility. Governments should bring stricter regulations, and users should be more conscious. Because fake content will become even more advanced in the future. If we don't take precautions now, we'll never be able to distinguish between real and fake. Marcus Thompson is regretful and fighting today. He continues to expose the system, help victims. Thanks to his courage, the behind the scenes of this dark industry has been illuminated. The most important lesson to be learned from this story is, in the digital age, our greatest weapon is skepticism and critical thinking. Let's not believe everything we see. Let's not follow every influencer. Let's not buy every product, because there are Marcus Thompsons behind the screen, and they don't want us to see the truth.